if we are live. I'm assuming that we're
We
live.
are.
Okay. Welcome in, everybody, to the United Smarks podcast, episode 4. We have made it this far, and I'm proud to say that we've made it to this episode 4, and I think we're doing all right.
Absolutely. It's
There
uh good.
are the usual 3. Nobody's missing again, which is good. Um, I'm Gio, obviously, Awesome Gio L on YouTube, and Awesome Geo 1123 on Twitter. And I'm joined by Jack here.
Wildy Mother Red 29 on YouTube at Timmermar 29 on Twitter. Just bought NXT tickets. Just thought I'd get that out of the way.
Let everybody know the NXT goodness.
Exactly. Going to be a day in the life coming up on the channel very soon, so stay tuned for that.
Should be exciting. And we are joined also by our third co-host, Amos.
Yeah, I'm muted for a bit, but yeah, I'll introduce my whatever. Whoever's watching this knows who I am. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, he's here. That's all that matters. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about, for just gonna get things started here, Kevin Owens is Universal Champion, guys.
Yeah.
That's insane to say that this guy, Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, who I first started watching in Ring of Honor, who Jim Cornette said he was never going to make it anywhere, is world champion for WWE. That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy really. Just not really looking like the typical champion material, if you will. And now that he's one of if not the like focal point of Raw. It's a very exciting time, and I'm interested and excited to see what they'll do with him in the future.
Yeah. I did read something that said, I don't know if this is true or how much like is true out of it, but I did read that Owens did not know about the finish until it happened, and Triple H gave him a nod in the ring, saying that it's okay. That the only people that knew that Triple H was going to run in and everything was Triple H, Roman, and Seth. So I don't know if that's true, but I would think it is because Owens looked genuinely shocked when he won. That was a really good reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone would be shocked when your boss tells you that you're pretty much on the verge of being the heavyweight champion. So whether it's true or not, he knew about the finish or he didn't. His reaction was pretty much priceless, and I have a screenshot of his reaction. It just pretty much says the whole thing.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that match too, that was a really good match.
The whole episode was pretty good overall.
Yeah, and for me, I was surprised because Big Cass, the guy that everybody thought was just gonna be all right, he's gonna get eliminated right in the beginning. He gave a really good effort, and he showed how he can really go as a singles guy if they wanted to pull the trigger and separate him from Enzo for a little bit. I felt like Big Cass did pretty good by himself. Yeah, it's showing what he can do.
Yeah, he was good. I was very impressed. This was interesting to see how he could fare without Enzo, and he did pretty well. So I was really impressed.
Um, and Rollins.
This just in, important news to break to fans of one Chicagoan, or two actually. Apparently,
He was gonna say something. Live show. This is what you get when you're live. Can't make any of this up, I guess.
Chicago It's some sort of to do with a Chicago athlete.
Colt
Chicago.
Cabana and CM Punk are not friends anymore.
Oh, whoa,
Oh.
what?
Well, I've
Yeah,
actually
that's
just
there's your big news.
I've just come up
Okay,
with the
here.
art. I've just seen the
Yeah,
article right now.
apparently they are no longer friends.
For
They
wait,
don't
what? Since when?
they
What
don't
happened?
follow each other anymore. They haven't talked to each other since like November, and he thinks that he betrayed him, or I think CM Punk thinks that Colt Cabana betrayed him. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, they have no friendship whatsoever now. So
Wow.
that is
Um,
insane.
Well, I'm reading this right now, and apparently one of the reasons behind it is
He went to
uh
Raw.
well yeah, there's that, but he also thinks that
It
because
takes away from the lawsuit.
yeah, exactly, he turned his back on him during the
Yeah,
lawsuit.
because they're still in
Basically,
that lawsuit thing. So
basically, folks, if you don't know what the lawsuit is, during the Punk interview on Cabana's podcast, he basically, I don't want to say bashed, but he just sort of he told the story of how the doctors sort of misdiagnosed his injuries, and the doctor didn't really agree with his comments, and he sued them both for defamation, and yeah, so that's an interesting story.
you heard it here first. I would say that, but you probably didn't. So you heard it here. Like I don't know when you're hearing about this. If you might have heard it here first, maybe you never know. Um, but I guess breaking news: Colt Cabana, CM Punk, not friends. Um, Colt Cabana's a good guy though.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
He's Jewish, so
you can't really blame the guy. I mean, if he wants to go to Raw, then that's his problem. I mean, it's not Punk's problem.
yeah.
Like it
To be
wasn't
honest.
Cabana who had all of the issues that
Yeah,
Punk
it's
had.
not like he did it purposely to like betray his friend. But if that's what CM Punk wants to say, then who cares? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he
well,
has way
like
more friends than Punk.
Punk is just ever since he left WWE, like I don't want to say he's been like on a downward spiral because obviously he went to UFC and he's doing good for himself. But I just feel like
He's very irrelevant right now. I mean, like his flight's next week, but he just like no one talks about him anymore.
right, like after this whole thing that happened with WWE, he just seems like he's not himself. Like he lost passion for something that he loved, wrestling, and he's just not the guy that we like all knew him as a couple of years ago
I mean,
before all of this
like
happened.
2 years ago, like the crowd would chant CM Punk because they legitimately wanted CM Punk to come back. They
Exactly.
legit wanted him to come back, and now like they chanted it on Raw, and pretty much they're just chanting it because it's a chant. You know, it's like this is awesome.
It's just
It's
a joke now. Like it's not taken seriously.
I don't know. Just all right.
Um,
So I have
trying to
a
get back to
story. I have a
the
story. Well, not. It's to do with, well, I'm echoing a little bit. Hopefully that's not much of an issue. I want to talk about TMZ and ESPN. Basically,
yeah,
this jobber, some ESPN analyst, um,
digging
well,
into
there was- yes, some jackass, whatever his name was, made a. There was a story about Kevin Owens' son, who like couldn't believe like he won the belt, and the guy tweeted back saying, like guess he found out it was scripted or something like that, and like everyone just sort of like just turned on this guy, and this is what I love to see about wrestling and wrestling fans coming together is they'll defend what they love, and that's great. But this guy just like, and then like I didn't realize this until like more people saying about it. I never realized his son was autistic. I never knew that. And
yeah.
then when he made the comment like about his autism, that's when I was like, I had to tweet this guy. I called him an asshole. I said, "You're the like." He said something about like being a joke, and I was like, "Dude, you're the biggest joke out of everyone."
Yeah.
And he blocked me, so I win. So
Um, yeah, like
and
if you look at Kevin Owens' son, Owen, you wouldn't think that he's autistic. Like he doesn't show it like in his personality or anything. He seems like a normal kid. And like that's the thing. Like if you don't know the kid, just don't say anything about him because you never know like what he has or what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If like like he should have just kept his like mouth out of it, I guess.
And I think the person who summed up the best was Cody Rhodes. He
Yeah.
tweeted, WWE cut ties with TMZ, who ran his mother's 911 call during, like, as Dirty Rhodes was obviously passing away. And then he also said, cut ties. Cut ties with ESPN, they insulted a child. Have balls, mainstream ain't always worth it. And I absolutely 100% agree with that. I don't agree with including people like TMZ or TMZ reported that Rusev and Lana are engaged, and it's like it's just uh, it's nothing to do with wrestling, so leave it out.
I don't know if you know, did Owens respond on it yet or no?
Uh, no, I don't. I don't think he has. Which I actually kind of I respect him for doing that because
Yeah, I
like
think that's a smart decision, not just don't say anything at all.
um well he tweeted out obviously the picture of his um son like this morning. I'm exactly where I should be dropping off my son for his first day of school, and on his lunchbox. And then his next picture was the universal sort of tile design, and then he tweeted about the cruiserweights. So
Yeah,
obviously he didn't really have anything to say, which I can agree with.
right. Like I respect him for that. Kevin Owens, I've always respected him for a while. He's a good guy, good wrestler. Um, yeah, I can't really say he's a good guy because I've never met him, but he seems like a nice guy.
He's
Nice,
a
like
good guy. He's a good guy coming from the guy that's met him like I don't know 5 times.
That's good. That's good.
he doesn't deserve this, nor does his son or his wife.
Yeah, just some jackass ESPN jobber that no one's ever heard of.
Exactly.
Right. Like if it was the coach saying that, then I would be more mad. Like, but it wasn't the coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Coach knows his place, but this guy does not know his place.
Yeah. So on to a more positive note, I guess. SmackDown. Um, I'm just gonna go start off with this because this is the thing that I remember the most, and you guys can say something else about SmackDown if you want. But the show ended with the number one contender, AJ Styles, who you're supposed to be making looking strong going into the world title match against Ambrose. It ended with him being just a joke, taking a low blow, I guess, onto the ropes and just staying there. And Ambrose going up to him and like patting him on the face and leaving. Like this is your number one contender that you're supposed to be building up. It's like believable and it's all serious, and you do this. What do you guys think about it?
I don't know. It's
Okay, so I will take it from here. SmackDown overall was pretty good overall. I like what they're doing with Slater and Rhino. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Um, I think it'll eventually lead them going to the finals, and then I don't know, probably Rhino will turn on Slater, something like that, because I don't see him beating American Alpha. It was pretty cool to see the headbangers. Something different, I guess. The funny thing is that the crowd did not care one bit.
hmm
Like, it just they did the interview and they said, "Oh, the response we got from the crowd was amazing," and they did not give you a single like ounce of cheers or boos. They didn't give you anything. Um, so that was that. I
wait,
like what they're
where
doing.
was SmackDown anyways? What city were they in?
I think they were in somewhere in Texas.
They're in Dallas.
Texas. Oh my God. See,
They're in
Texas
Dallas.
crowds, they suck.
I know Raw was in Houston, so I think
Yeah,
there's
SmackDown was Dallas.
Corpus Christi sucks. All those cities suck.
Corpus Christi got a pay-per-view last year. It was supposed to be a live event, and then it got moved to a pay-per-view. That's ridiculous. I'm not burying Corpus Christi, but your fans suck.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I like,
they got a elimination chamber.
yeah, they got one of the matches of the year. Unbelievable. But I like what they're doing with As I said, Slater and Rhino. I like what they're doing with Wyatt and Orton. I kind of like that feud, like the Serpents and
Thing
the,
is,
the
I kind of have a problem with that feud though because Orton, he is not going to lose to Bray Wyatt, especially coming off that match with Brock Lesnar. And
that's another feud that Bray's lost.
yeah, this is just another feud that Bray just has in the like he loses again. What's he
Like
gonna do after this? Does
the
he ever
issue,
have a legitimate run, like the
the
win
issue I
title?
have, the issue I have with Wyatt is that he never has like whenever he has feuds, he doesn't have a feud for a reason. Like he just does it. Like
Exactly.
and you know like um and I can like I mean like even going back to like 2014, like the Cena feud, which I think was one of the best feuds of the year. That was he just did it, because he
Yeah.
wanted to like destroy his legacy, and every feud he has,
And
he does it.
the thing, like, that I always like to bring up, when it comes to Bray Wyatt and his feuds, especially now that you brought it up, that they just come out of nowhere and they don't make sense either. Like, okay, I might get a lot of like kind of like controversy for saying this. I don't know, but to me, his promos don't really make the best sense because my favorite example to use is when he was in his feud with Chris Jericho. He says, and I quote, "There's a pale horse in the field, Chris. There's a pale horse in the field." What does that even
Yeah,
mean? What does that mean?
no,
Like,
I agree like that. He does promos for no reason, and like he did like a month's worth of promos, and he feuded like 2 weeks with Ryback, and it's just like, what was the point?
right?
Like his feuds have no point, and I don't get it. Like he's like I want to like him,
Right,
but
that's the worst part. Like, I want him to succeed. I want to like him. I don't want him to just get released and then start doing random indies like Bull Dempsey. Like,
I don't think like he'll be in that situation. But I kind of want to see him like do more and have a reason to do it.
I just want to see him get a title already. Like, even if it's a mid card title, it doesn't matter. Like, this guy has been in WWE since, if we're counting him as Husky Harris, since like 2010 plus developmental. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, like, yeah, like even bring him like when Harper comes back from injury, even just putting him, Harper and White as a tag team, and then winning their tag titles, like even still, like that would be something.
right.
I just don't know if it's gonna happen.
And that's the worst part because, like you said, I want to like Bray Wyatt, and he's a decent wrestler in the ring. He always puts on a decent match. So it gets me mad that he hasn't really gotten any big success. And whenever he does get into a feud, it's usually like a 2 or 3 match feud, and he ends up losing it. Like, maybe he'll win one match, but he ends up losing it like ultimately.
Terrible.
So
And
what?
earlier he brought up Heath Slater. I really like Heath Slater. I've been liking him since like 2012, 2013. I think it was 2012 or 2013 when he was in that feud with like all the legends that would come back. Um, I really liked Heath Slater ever since about then. I've been a big Heath Slater guy. So I like what they're doing now with him. I hope that they win the tag titles, but yeah, like you said, I feel like Rhino is probably going to turn on them or something. But
Yeah.
I didn't even watch SmackDown this week or anything, so I'm not gonna like put my input out there because I didn't watch it. So this is all
alright.
yours. But I know
Uh,
what's going on though.
how do you guys feel about the AJ and Dean at Backlash?
Excited. I'm really, really excited for it.
You better win the title.
Yeah,
I have a feeling he will.
It's now or never.
yeah, because if they just delay this, like have Ambrose beat AJ, like a lot of people already think that Ambrose is pretty stale as champion.
He's been stale ever since.
Yeah, I've never really been the biggest Ambrose fan. That's just me personally. So I
Well, like he hasn't been so still. I guess like in 2015 he had a lot of like fans, but then like he just got so boring. And now no one cares about him.
2014 was him at his best. The Rollins feud.
yeah yeah
He was the
No one,
best.
no one cares about him anymore.
It's
yeah. It's
because WWE
just
just never from the time like the Shield broke up till um I think it might have been TLC 2015. He did not win a single pay-per-view match.
mhm.
That's crazy, and I think that's one of the reasons. Like the fans just saw him as a loser all the time.
And then now that he won the title, and let's just say he loses the title to AJ, which mostly everybody is hoping for. What is he going to do after that? Like, people aren't going to want to see him with the belt again. This is most likely his like one big run with the title that people are going to actually remember.
I never
What is he
thought
going
he'd be champion. I don't want to sound like horrible, but I never thought he'd be champion. I just never thought WWE would ever pull the trigger with him.
to? Yeah, he was always my least favorite out of the three guys in the Shield. That's just me personally. But what does Dean Ambrose even do after this feud with AJ is done? Like, does he just go back to the mid card? Does he do a tag team thing? What is he going to do?
I,
Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. They
It's
dropped the
tough.
ball with him. It's a little too late. They did it too late. They should have. If they put the title on him last year, that would have been better. But I mean, last year Money in the Bank, I watched that match and it was really good. And
oh
then
yeah, that
he
ladder
didn't
match.
win. Yeah, the ladder match, and then he didn't win. So everyone was sad. So I guess everyone stopped caring about him, and he didn't really do anything after that. Like what at SummerSlam, he was in that tag match against the Wyatts, and then he didn't really do anything after that. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I
He
understand
had
what
a
they
good
were
run with
trying
the
to do.
IC belt. I feel like he had a good run with that belt for a little while.
Well, the
During the
Intercontinental.
Rumble. He had that good match with Owens at the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. Like, give him that whole, oh, he chases for the belt, and like the whole chasing the belt storyline. Like, you lose your first chance at it, and then you keep on going. But for him, I guess it just didn't work out. Like, I don't know. Um, so I guess is there anything else you guys want to say about SmackDown?
I don't really have any more comments on SmackDown.
What else happened this week? I don't even think not a lot of stuff happened this week, to be honest.
Um,
I want to talk about. I know like no one gives a shit about it anymore, but why the fuck did Roman Reigns? Was he voted number one
yeah,
wrestler of the
yeah.
PWI 500 top 500? Number one, him.
This
I
is
just I don't know.
this is something I wanted to bring up too. I forgot about it though. Um, I don't know. I feel like PWI they've always been kind of um,
Like one
like
year, Miz was the wrestler of the year for 2011.
like they've always been geared towards like WWE guys, like always trying to get on WWE's good side. I guess I don't know, but
Well, not really, not really. I guess they just like they know what's going on. Like well, wasn't Nikki Bella like women's wrestler of the year in 2015?
Yeah,
So
but I
like
think
yeah.
she deserved that because
yeah,
she.
but like still, I don't know. Whoever's the dominant guy throughout the year, I mean, I guess they kind of deserve it, but I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't even matter now because it's already done. They're not gonna overturn it and change it to someone else.
That's true. Maybe they just did it for the publicity because they knew that it was going to get a reaction.
Okay,
Uh,
so here are so the top five, right? Five was Jay Lethal.
okay, that's
Four
normal.
was AJ Styles, which which is fair enough. Third was Finn Balor. Number
Okay.
two was Kazuchika Okada, which I feel like he should be number one personally. And then number one was Reigns. I'm surprised. I'm going to try and find the top 10 because they at least have to put Nakamura in top 10. If they don't,
Yeah.
then
Like, where is Owens? Where is Nakamura? Where is like all these guys?
I feel
Rollins.
like I feel like Owens will probably be in maybe the top
Even
15 maybe
even though Rollins wasn't there for majority. Wait, what year is this for? Like
this year. Like, well, there's like they
so
say
far?
2016.
Okay, like even though Rollins wasn't there for half of it, I think he deserves like at least top 25.
At the same time, though, think about it. Reigns has been in the main event spot for like the past couple months of 2016
I think
anyway.
that's the
So
reason. I think that's the
yeah,
reason why like his 3 title reigns and
Okada
Yeah.
lost the title too, anyways this year. So I think that's kind of why they didn't put him in the
yeah,
top.
but he had like a match of the year.
Yeah, but I don't know. Who cares? I mean,
Yes,
if Reigns won, then he won. I don't even think he cares, to be honest. He probably doesn't
I
even care
guess
about PWI.
I don't think it's not
kayfabe
really something
wise,
that you can like brag about really.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like, guess what, guys? I won the PWI Wrestler of the Year.
I think kayfabe wise, like he deserves it. If you're talking about kayfabe, like he did win the championship 3 times. He won it. He defended it in the Royal Rumble. It's up like losing to Triple H. Um, but
But he
I
had
guess
three. He had like a few good matches against Styles. Like he had some decent matches, but number
right,
one, I don't think so. But it's that's that.
yeah. Um, I did want to talk about Bola PWG Battle of Los Angeles, which is happening this weekend. Starting tomorrow, we have night one, and then Saturday and Sunday. It is a 3-night tournament. Are you guys excited for Bola this year? I'm gonna pull up the matches now. Uh,
Um,
Not
well,
really. Oh, I don't know. I'm not like a huge PWG guy, but I know they produce like some of the best matches of the year anyway. So I'll watch it eventually when it's on Wrestling on Demand, cheap plug. But in the meantime, I'm not like one of those guys that are like so hyped about it. They talk about it all night. They can't sleep. They have the jitters. But I don't know. It'll produce some nice matches. Matt Riddle, O'Reilly, what other? There's Liger in it.
Cody
Gallagher
Rhodes.
in it. Cody Rhodes. Everyone. So should be interesting.
yeah,
Well, like I'm excited for it. There are obviously a lot of guys that are competing that have good chances. You know, obviously Zack Sabre Jr., um, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, you have like John Morrison. He's in there, or John Hennigan, I should say. And then you have like Will Ospreay, Chris Hero, those sort of guys. So
all
it's
right.
gonna be good.
Here are the matches that are gonna be for Bola. Nights 1 and 2, because night 3 is basically the ending of the tournament, and then like the people that got eliminated are in tag matches. So the first one, I'm just going in the order of their Twitter. The first one is Phoenix versus Will Ospreay, which should be amazing.
Very good match.
A lot of flipping stuff, crazy, high flying, good stuff. This next one I'm pretty excited for. It's going to be good, like technical, I guess hard hitting. Matt Riddle versus Kyle O'Reilly. Um,
The next match is going to be a dark
um,
horse for match of the. This is
Will
not the
Ospreay,
match of the tournament.
Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and Matt Sydal versus the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, aka the Bullet Club. That is going to be great. That's going to be awesome.
Then you have Dalton Castle versus Jack Gallagher. That's going to be a good match.
Yeah, Don Castle, he's pretty over with the Reseda crowd. So
Like I never really heard of Jack Gallagher until the Cruiserweight Classic, and I just became a huge fan instantly of him.
yeah, he's really good, and I think he's in progress. So yeah, he's pretty good over there. Jushin Thunder Liger. This is one that's like kind of like I'm torn in between. Jushin Thunder Liger versus Chris Hero in a tournament match on night 1. I really want Chris Hero to go on and like at least get to round 2, but he's going against Liger, so that makes me think that he's gonna get eliminated. So I don't know in this one.
You never know. I mean, Liger could lose and be out in the first round. I mean,
That's true.
you never know.
Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. versus Chris Hero and Tommy N. Heroes Eventually Die. That's their tag team name. That should be good. Um, what else? Mark Andrews versus Pete Dunne. I haven't really heard much about Pete Dunne, so that should be fun to see him. I've like heard of him before, but I've never seen him wrestle. We have an ECW match from 2009. Matt Riddle versus John Hennigan, aka no, not Matt Riddle, Matt Sydal, um, aka John Morrison.
And John
Yeah, you were
Morrison.
like Matt Riddle. I'm like, when was Matt Riddle
Yeah,
in ECW in 2009? He was still with UFC.
I saw Matt. I was like Matt Riddle. Kamitachi versus Trevor Lee. Ricochet versus Jeff Cobb. Cedric Alexander versus Mark Haskins. Marty Scurll versus Pentagon Jr. That should be fun.
Marty Scurll is my dark horse to win it.
Really?
Yeah, he's my dark horse to win it. I really like him. I think he's great. He's a great worker, and
He's heading over to the Ring of Honor.
yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
knows how to do the reach for the sky tall.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he made it to the finals because Marty Scurll, he's really good.
He's the man. He's the man.
Yeah. I've really been getting into a lot of his stuff lately. Yeah. His match with Ricochet at I think it's All Star Weekend 11. I don't know the night. I think it's night 1. That match is pretty good. So go check that out if you haven't seen that.
Is it? I think I'm trying to remember because wasn't he on was it British Boot Camp, the old TNA thing they used to do, and that's how he sort of got out.
Yeah, he had a different gimmick. He was like Party Marty, like all like
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
and stuff. Then
yeah.
he like got released and he turned into this awesome like
The
the
villain,
villain. Yeah.
the character.
And he's really good at it too, which makes it awesome. Like he really makes it believable and stuff.
He had one of those like gimmicks you just hate, and it's like the Rocky Maivia or like the Adam Cole like like when he had like the Florida trunks, those gimmicks that you
Like
just
happy.
hate. Yeah, he's like happy-go-lucky. He just wants to go out there and wrestle. He's like, yeah, let's go.
So he's really happy to be here, like a typical white meat baby face.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
basically Apollo Crews.
Yeah, all right, yeah,
Pretty
all
much.
right.
Yeah, just always smiling, and then he became El Villain.
Oh man. Cody Rhodes versus Sami Callihan. Um, I would assume Cody Rhodes wins. Like I don't think they're just gonna have him lose in the first round at least. Tommy End versus Zack Sabre Jr. And that is correct. The title, I guess, is on the line this year in Bola. Zack Sabre Jr. is in it. So yeah, if Tommy End beats Zack Sabre Jr., doesn't that mean that he's like champion then?
Yeah, he becomes champ, and then he might lose it to whoever's in the next one. It'll be like DDT.
Yeah, that's how DDT 4 was, I think, this past year, and then
Right.
they.
No, it was no last year. Remember, it was Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae, and then they lost it. They lost it to Monster Mafia. Then Monster Mafia lost it to Team Tremendous. Then Team Tremendous lost it to the Young Bucks or Andrew Everett and Thing, and then Young Bucks beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
I don't know.
the final match, I think, that's on here. Dalton Castle and the Boys versus the Bullet Club, Young Bucks, and Adam Cole. So who are you guys' top 3 to win Bola, or your top 3 like choices to be in the final 3?
Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, and who else is there? Who's like a credible name? I don't know.
Well, my top three is well again I'm going with Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, and Ricochet.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know. I'd go with like who's my third guy? I don't know. Maybe like a dark horse, another dark horse, someone that you just like. I don't know. Maybe like I have no idea. To be honest, I know Marty Scurll and Cody Rhodes are like my guaranteed two.
I have Marty Scurll, Chris Hero, and Cody Rhodes, I guess I'll go with. Because I don't think that they're gonna like hype Cody Rhodes up. Like he was the first like person that they announced, and like that was the first thing on his list, I think. Or, like one of the first things that they got crossed off. So I don't think they're just gonna have him lose in the first round or not at least make it to the finals.
So what else is there to talk about? I think that's it actually. There was like
Yeah, it's
nothing
been
else.
really.
Yeah,
To
Yeah.
be honest.
Shinsuke Nakamura, he's champion.
That was last week. We talked about that last week.
He went to NXT as
Oh
champion.
yeah.
Um,
What else was there? There was the UFC event this past weekend.
oh yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit. Paige Van Zant, she that fight was pretty intense. Not really. She just kicked the lady's head off in the
Hmm.
second.
Pretty
Um,
much, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the review.
I guess. Yeah.
I didn't watch Cruiserweight Classic this week. I heard it was good, so I'll probably end up watching it.
Yeah, I still need to catch up.
But I guess we can end this now.
Hmm. So we don't need to plug our stuff every week. Whoever watches
Yeah,
this knows what
we
our
already
stuff is.
we already plugged it
So
first week
thanks
anyway.
for watching, guys. We'll stay
Yes,
tuned
thank
for
you
another
all.
one. This one kind of sucked. I don't know. Our performance has been pretty bad as of late. Last week we didn't get too much views. Barely had anyone watching. Now we only have like one person. But to be honest, it doesn't matter. It's all in good fun, like Gigi said in a DM sent to me earlier. It's all in good
Yeah.
fun. So we,
We're
we, we do what we
gonna
can.
we're gonna try our best to get like more guests and stuff like that, but it's just hard. Like if you're expecting a guest every week, you try to do this and see how hard it is. So we're gonna try our hardest to get guests and stuff, but don't worry, it'll eventually happen. More guests will come, but until then, it's gonna be us three, which is
And I don't know. Expect a couple people missing now because school's coming back. So I don't know. There'll be times where it'll be like a two-man show
yeah.
or something like that. So I don't know.
Either
We'll see what happens.
Either way, we're still gonna try to get episodes out for you guys.
Yeah.
Every week.
Exactly.
So
All right. So
yeah.
thanks for watching.
Yes,
Stay
thank
tuned
you for watching.
for more episodes coming your way.